Alright, what is up, guys? Just playing around a Rumble here, want to showcase my hard truths, and I want to talk about how SMGs are really well played in the meta, because the way I'm going to use it right here really isn't the way that it should be played with. SMGs, with good swap times and everything like that, if you're able to swap weapons quickly enough, SMGs are really made for good close-range cleanup weapons. Depending on what your role is, depending on how you have everything set up, it could even be better than shotguns. Because Connecticut primary ammo is far easier to come across than special ammo, and that really depends on how your armor is laid out. At this point, you kind of get my point. What's on my hard truths? I can actually use this gun separately by itself and not use it as a cleanup weapon. It has dynamic sway reduction, which as long as I'm hitting my targets reduces increases stability. I have Zen moment, which increases stability as long as I'm holding on the trigger. I put on a counterbalance stock to reduce the recoil, and I also have the masterwork in range, and that is a godsend, I promise. And oh my God, this thing turns into a laser as long as you're hitting your shots. Literally hit 2 or 3 shots and this thing just like stays flat on your screen. You don't have to move it for nothing. Unless you gotta follow your targets. Yeah. With the Recluse being a pinnacle weapon for the Crucible this season for the Drifter, I should really motion that one of the key perks that are on that as pretty much, how do I put it? It's like Rampage, however it stacks from every weapon before you swap over to it, not just that weapon itself. I don't necessarily know what it's called. It is a very interesting perk. I doubt it's going to random roll on everything else. So for anybody who happens to have that particular, oh my God, how did I get that kill? How did I get this kill? But yeah, back to what I was saying before I lost my focus for a second. It is a very nice weapon to have. It's kind of, it adds well to any loadout. Especially if you're like running gun and kind of getting people's face like I am, and I can't even explain what happened there. I was just terrible. And this was also, that was a nice kill. But you kind of see what I mean. As long as I'm hitting my shots, I am like flatlined, laser focused on you. I want to say that SMGs can be great in any playset, but I can't speak for everybody because, well, I don't know everything. Ooh, that was nasty. That was nasty. It was sickening. I don't even know what the hell happened here. This was just terrible about me. I see him, but it looked like to me he was lagging for a second on my screen for me. But I didn't feel like my damage was going to register. A good example of using grenades at the right time. That'll also help out SMG use as well as just using your grenades. Really, that can be a deterrent to whether or not you're going to get a kill with it or not. Oh God, Titan melees. Not a fan. Yes, I won't lie. I do hunter mains. I am a hunter main first and foremost. Am I mad that they nerfed out the Shards of Galanord? Not in the least bit, because I'm just whatever. I felt like they can be very OP at times, but other times they can be pretty underwhelming. What they did to it, to me, I like it, is that they kind of made it more consistent with its super regen perk. Because there were times where I felt like I was dealing and adds a ton of damage to multiple targets and everything, and there were times where I was just not doing enough. Like, I really wasn't doing enough. I didn't feel like I was at one point.
3 minutes left. You're in the lead.
Now, nerfing that super as a whole, I kind of disagreed with, but what are you gonna do? I don't make the game. I can't really. I just go with it. I won't bitch my moan to complain about too many things about this game. Aside from that, things felt pretty well balanced anyway when they can drop with the new supers. Well, I don't think I lose the lead at all from this point, or even become threatened to lose the lead at any time. But no, SMGs as a whole, pretty much, this is just terrible spawning. I'm sorry. No, SMGs as a whole should be used as a backup weapon, not as a primary. Unless you feel like you got a good enough role, but that's entirely up to you. The hard truths itself, you can actually get from shacks as like a random drop from just turning in tokens. So I mean, that's entirely up to you if you choose to try to go get one. But dynamic sway reduction, extended mag on the magazine perk, Zen moment, make sure you have a counterbalance stock and put that on there. And this gun will outperform a lot of guns at close range. Heck, even at times, depending on how your enemy shotgun is, if you happen to be being bum rushed with a shotgun, this has a chance to even outdo shotguns. So yeah, seriously, grab it and check it out. You're gonna see me make a couple of smart plays. I'm using my hammerhead at this point because I randomly picked up the heavy ammo. I'm also using the knucklehead radar, in case you guys didn't notice. And for me, what that knucklehead radar is going to do is it's going to allow me to plan my moves ahead by using my radar, as any decent player should do. And I don't quite understand how he got around me for that, but and it goes back to what I was just saying earlier, like good. I don't lose that spot, and this is another example of good grenade use paired with an SMG. So moral of the story is good grenade use paired with an SMG, or just use your SMG as a backup weapon, not as your main. It can be a fantastic weapon, I promise. As you can see here.